Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Venus and Rave. My name is Ray. Thank you for being here today with me. I'm gonna do a twin flame reading tonight, so there might be some messages that resonate in here with you. I gotta talk loud, so please don't feel like I'm yelling at you. I just have everything set back a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna restart because those ones just like came right out and I didn't even ask my questions yet. Alright, so I'm gonna ask my spirit guides, angels, to come in for this reading. This is a twin flame reading. We're gonna get a couple cards for you, a couple we'll do it this way. We'll do some for the divine feminine, and then we'll do some for the divine masculine, so that way you could break it off. Since I'm reading energies, these still could be flip-flopped if one story makes more sense to you, but we're just gonna get into it. So let me get a little grounded here. I keep seeing giraffes in my head, like the zoo. Could be a trip coming up, or you bump into someone at the zoo. Alright. Alright, let's get some energy for the divine feminine, please. I'm going to put these up top because that's just a message that wants to come out, but I'll get into it. Divine feminine, ooh yeah. Okay. Alright, divine feminine. It does look like there's some there's some kind of a decision that you have to make. Now, either this is between your twin flame and another person that you could possibly be interacting with, but you're pulling yourself away to kind of logically detangle everything that's going on within your mind, okay? Because of course you feel really pulled to your masculine, but there's something else that's influencing, like, I just feel like you have to be 100% sure that, like, that's the person you want to be with. Because for a lot of you guys, I just feel like there's someone in your sphere, or even in their sphere, who they're connecting with, but there's some kind of big choice on life, like, is this the time to do this, okay? Because it's like a lot of you guys are waiting for this message to come through, or wanting to send a message to a masculine. I do feel, though, the energies are pulling that the masculine's like in their power, and they want to take charge, they want to take control, and they want to reach out and send a message or do something pretty big with the feminine, okay? They're being guided to do so. But there's this excitement energy going around this as well, and you're trying to learn everything there is to learn about yourself, about this person. Like, you're asking all the questions to get all the details to really, it's all about the mind, you know? Like, to really be sure. Because you're still, like, the feminine still wants to fight for this. Even though they've been knocked down, even though some days they don't have belief. And there's someone intertwined with the situation that, like, you know, if you were to contact this exterior person or to go see someone else, you could be involved and you could be around your twin. That there's some kind of a social group or a friend, whatever, some kind of association that links you to this person where you will have an easier access to see them. But it's like you're trying to plan ahead and not only protect yourself, but protect the people who are just in your life in general. So there's definitely some big shifts and moves and changes. And I don't know which one it is, if it's the feminine or the masculine, but like the two cards that flew out first, it's like someone here like watched someone sail away, and that's how they perceive it, okay? Like, they perceive that this moving on energy, they're watching someone move on or go on with their life, and that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily happening. I do feel like someone's moving on, you know, continuing with life and not staying stuck, but there is someone who is like waiting for the right moment to follow. Like, I feel like there is someone who is not too far behind, right? This process. Alright, let's get some on the Divine Masculine's energy, please. Hold on, I gotta do this, so to, like, refresh the energies a little bit. I just keep hearing it's not fair. The masculine's more distraught than what they're putting off, like, putting out, or putting off, you know? That's kind of cute. Okay, so they got the Chariot that flew out, but it flew out over on the Divine Feminine's pile. Like, they are moving towards them. So I do feel like they're that energy that's just waiting for the right moment to get on board. Like, they're going to almost, like, start turning into a chaser and really act for this. It's just like, do you trust them? You know what just popped in my head? Okay. Because I was watching Aladdin last night, you know, and how he sticks his hand out. He's like, do you trust me? And she's like, yes. And they jump off. Anyways. Hold on one second, please. Okay, sorry about that. So anyways, we were talking about Aladdin. But, so, the masculine... The Chariot is like one of the fastest moving cards in the deck. And it gets things done, and it gets things done successfully. Okay, so they are on this mission to rush towards something. Alright, and it did land over on the feminine, so I feel like they want to. This is happening quicker than you may expect as well. So, let's just get more on it for the masculine's energy. Look at them, see? Knight of Swords, yes, that's the runner card, but it could also be a chaser. They're either coming or they're going, but they're in a hurry to do something. And rushing over to this Queen of Wands. Now, it's not the Empress, but the Queen of Wands is extremely sexy. They're extremely confident, okay? They know what they want. They're motivated. They go out and do things, you know, kind of a social butterfly. That could be how the Divine Feminine is just releasing their energy right now, okay? So I feel like this person just wants to rush towards their feminine. Okay, they got, like, this ignited passion within themselves, and they, like, are vibrating. And, of course, you know, your twin can always feel you on an energetic level. So they feel this passion burning off of, like, their feminine. They feel this creativity, this wanting to experience new and wanting to experience more. And they're being very drawn to that, probably in a very sexual way, but it's almost exciting them to where they're feeling like this undeniable like pull. Okay, they're about to expose something to you. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. Okay, anyways, sorry. They're about to expose something to their feminines, okay? Some kind of feeling, something that was being hidden, kept on the hush-hush. It's like this silent watching. It's like not being able to hold back on what the words that you want to speak are. I know my words are coming out a little jumbled, so please bear with me. But when I do this quick channeling like that, that's how it usually goes. But they can't hold back anymore. They want to come and tell you something, that this isn't over. The world in reverse. And I don't even have reversal cards. That's just the way these are coming out. But the world in reverse. A cycle hasn't ended. Like, it's ended, but it hasn't quite ended. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting the courage to approach you because, yes, they are magnetically attracted to you right now, and they feel all this passionate, vibrant energy, like, oozing off like this feminine, right? And they're fantasizing about it. They're fantasizing being with, like, their feminine, okay? And they're getting the courage to approach, but it's almost like when they approach their feminine, they approach them more gracefully and maturely, like the way that they're supposed to be, which is interesting because that was actually coming out in a lot of, like, the zodiac sign readings, so it's cute how, like, it's coming out here. But it's like when they approach you, they get almost like this reality check, right? Like this, I keep saying you, I apologize. I'm used to doing, like, the zodiac where I'm actually, you know, like, talking, but I could be talking to a feminine, or maybe I'm talking to more feminine, so I apologize, masculines who are out there. But, so it's like, when this masculine approaches their feminine, right, they they like see something different, where it's like all like the passion that's there kind of melts down a little bit to where they see their feminine as someone who is more stable and long-term and nurturing and sensual and loving and grounded, more of like a wifey husband material. Okay, where it almost shocks this person. I hope I'm using like the right words and the right language for this, because they feel the feminine's vibrance, all right? They feel that they're in this very sexual, creative, motivational, looking good, feeling good energy, and they're drawn to it. But it's like once they get there and they are face to face with this feminine, they're like, oh my gosh, like you are so much more than that. Like you are so much more than this oozing energy coming out of you. Like you're someone who I can trust. And they get to this spot where it feels very homey to them, where they can come and run into their feminine, give them a hug, and it just feels like home. And then things become a little bit more nurturing, you know? All this fantasizing. And it's like... someone is tangled up in disappointment. So I don't know who this is falling on, but someone's definitely tangled up in this thought process of like, maybe things aren't going to work out, or I don't like what I see in my reflection. I'm still dealing with like my past issues, these regrets. I'm trying to heal these regrets that I'm having, maybe like past actions, because, and I do feel like this is the masculine still, because like, and it could be the feminine, because there's a lot of changes that happen between these two anyways. But it's like, I feel like both the masculine and feminine changed for the better, obviously grew. So it's like the fact that they can look at the past and realize that they're not that same person anymore. I mean, look, because this is a reflection, all right? A reflection of the past. Like, I hope this person doesn't think I'm still a player, or I hope this person doesn't still feel like I'm immature, all right? This is, sorry for my daughter. She's like playing in the background and she's like screaming. But, that's growth, you know, being able to look at the past and be like, damn, like if I could have done that differently, like this is the way I would do things now. Like you don't want to hold on to the past or anything like that, but you can learn from it. And that's exactly what two people did. I feel like this is more than just the masculine feeling this way. I feel like there's been a lot of attention being focused on previous issues and what things could have been done differently and what things you wouldn't do again, right? Okay, someone's blindfolded too. Someone doesn't want to feel the pain either. So I don't know if there's like a current situation, but somebody wants to end something in their life, okay? And I don't know whose side this is coming from. Someone is extremely bored within their life right now and they want something to end, but they know it's going to be painful. Does that make sense? Like, they want something to end, but they know it's going to be painful. So they're almost like blindfolded to the fact of having this confrontation moment or having to rip something out of their life, maybe even in order to approach you. Well, let's see what this is about. Hold on, let me take a sip of this, because... What is this about? Someone's blindfolded to some kind of painful experience. We have someone being bored over a situation. Okay, so someone here got with somebody else. It could be the feminine, it could be the masculine, it could be both. Someone here got with someone else and now they're all up in their heads about it because they're like, well, crap, now that I put myself here, for whatever reason, everyone does things, okay? So it's like, damn, I put myself here, and I'm uncomfortable, I'm unhappy in a situation, I'm bored, and now that I've put myself here, I see my twin over there, living all of this stuff, doing all of this stuff, like, without me, you know what I'm saying? And that makes them sad, and that's a pain that, like, no one wants to face. So maybe someone's having some difficulties, like breaking up with someone or cutting out a situation that they got involved in because they thought that this would help them heal or that this would distract them from their twin. And I tell you what, like, that doesn't happen because someone is thinking about some kind of a breakup due to their, like, their romantic feelings towards someone else. Or some kind of separation. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a breakup. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, like now, like these two people are living lives, like, without one another. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, well, what do we do? You know, like someone put themselves, or both people put themselves in situations where they can't get out of it, to approach one another, because now the energy's turning that it's approaching time, right? Someone's been manifesting this long-term... Althea? Why are you playing like that? Like, what? You're like screeching. But someone's been manifesting this long-term, stable commitment, and it's like, they got it, right? Hold on one second. Okay, I apologize for anyone who, is bothered by her, noises. So anyways. Okay, so someone was trying to, or is trying to manifest, like, a commitment. Something long-term, and it's like, okay, like, you got it. So I just feel like someone in here, or both people, are committed to someone already. But, like, is loving someone in silence. And that's painful. I'm sorry if you're going through that. Alright, I'm gonna get some of these cards. These are cool. These are my animal oracle decks. But I want to just see a little bit more about the situation. So we got one card for the feminine, one card for the masculine, one card for the situation. Okay. So we got the lion, courage. That's good. That means someone's gathering up their strength, being courageous, being a leader. And then we have the Scorpion, defend. Okay, so we have Leo and Scorpio energy, and then we have, protect. There could be family tied into this for some of you guys, or like children. And we have Cancer at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, some of you guys could have like families where it could be trickier. You know what I'm saying? Like this could be really tricky. But it's interesting because with the Scorpion energy, the Scorpion energy it is very feminine, so I'm going to take it as feminine, and then the Lion's very masculine, so we're just going to roll with it that way. But with the Scorpion, look how pretty this is, by the way. With the Scorpion card, it's like, this card mainly talks about you can cut like a knife. Your words, you could be defensive, you could seriously damage some people or a person, but you won't. Okay? Like, that's what this card talks about. Like, having the ability to say or do something that will stab like a knife. Okay? But choosing not to. Alright? Choosing not to be confrontational like that. Choosing not to use crappy, harsh words. To actually have the ability to sit down and become nurturing and loving and more open and hearing someone out to hear what they have to say. And that might have a lot of importance here because we have defend, protect. Protect is like the main energy going on here. And it's having love and not only protecting yourself, but protecting the others around you. And we have this courageous lion. Having the courage, the strength to approach, to take action on something. It's almost like, for an advice here, it's like the masculine's going to approach the feminine and want to say all these things, but just know, feminine, that it took the masculine a lot to do this, okay? They may have a pride of their own, and I know that sounds really oofed up. Like, I know how that sounds. But like, they could have been really in their heads, and I'm not trying to give anyone excuses, because, like, if you have a twin flame thing, like, you know exactly, like, all, like, the weird crap that comes along with it, and, like, the intensity, okay? But it's like, the feminine is almost going to be calm and still, and just hear the masculine out. Like, hear the masculine out. And let him approach, say what he needs to say, and then take it from there later on, if that makes any sense. Or at least that's how it has to be done. Just let someone, like, speak their truth and get crap off their chest and just let it be at that. Alright, let's get some more. So what else wants to come out with this situation? I'm reshuffling. I'm just giving a little bit of a refresh here. For the twin flames. But again, I just feel like there's someone here who has, like, a family to protect, so they're going to try to do the right thing. Like, I am going to put that out there, okay? Now my cat's trying to, like, break in the door. I don't know why there's so many distractions going on with this reading, but I always say, like, anything that happens, like the Empress, Divine Feminine, but anything that happens during this reading, okay, like, could resonate with the reading itself. So, a lot of distractions going on. Okay, someone's definitely trying to protect themselves. Like, there's a lot of confusion and gaining of clarity. It's like someone had to walk away, pull away from their twin in general to get some clarity. And it's like this person, whoever did this, is still learning things about this twin flame connection every single day. And every single day it's important. Alright? Someone's learning how to become more mature, how to love, and what is okay and what is not okay. What is the right thing to do and what is not the right thing to do. Like, there's a lot of, like, the right and wrongs going on in here. So, that's interesting, to say the least. Like, very protected, very on guard. Maybe when, like, your twin approaches or something, you guys get a little, like, defensive, a little nervous because you don't know if they're the same person. And it's interesting, too, because, like, not a lot of people talk about this, but with twin flames, like, they bring out that shadow, like, aspect within you. So, it's like, what happens is, like, it triggers something where you just don't trust them sometimes because they're so much like you. So if you can do something that oofed up, why wouldn't they be able to do something that oofed up? Okay? Like, if you've done a lot of crap that wasn't maybe the nicest, maybe you were immature at the time or whatever. So it's like when your twin approaches you, you have that feeling. Like just say, like, back in the day, like, you cheated on someone, right? Would you ever do it again? No. But, you know what I'm saying? But, like, they kind of reflect that weird crap of, like, oh my god, if I can do something, like, this dark or, like, this messed up, like, why wouldn't they be able to do that? So you instantly go into, like, that defensive protection mode of, like, I can't let you in that much. Like, I want to. Trust me, I want to. I want to trust you. But it makes me uncomfortable because, like, if I know if you hurt me, it is going to hurt more than any other person. Okay? Like, it is going to hurt me. Like, you are going to hurt me more than anyone else ever would. And that's just a pain I can't live with, right? Like, that's, like, the vibe I'm getting. So you're learning something every single day about your toxic self. Maybe now the devil just came out. But I actually really like the devil. Because the devil kind of shows up to, like, show you what your toxicities are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what your shadow side is. We shouldn't be ashamed of our shadow aspect because it makes us us, okay? Like, if you have a dark sense of humor, maybe you had some trauma as a kid, right? But I bet you're funny as crap now, aren't you? Like, you got a pretty dark sense of humor. You know, I love dark sense of humor. I think it's funny, and if you can't laugh at life a little bit, then, you know, you gotta be loose, you know? You gotta loosen up a little bit. Alright? Just let fate do its thing, man. Like, let fate do its thing, because intuitively you know your twin still creeps, okay? Like, you know your twin is still creeping. Okay, somehow they can get, because if you can get information or anything on them, what makes the difference, like, you don't think they can get information on you? Okay, it's like that kind of crap. Especially energetically. Like, you guys can know. It's almost like you guys can tap into one another's energy and just kind of spy for a second and see what the other one's feeling, up to. You know what's on their mind. It's a real thing. Anyways. Alright, so that's the reading because my daughter's getting crabby. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, let me know. And I will speak to you guys again very soon. Other than that, have a fantastic morning, night, afternoon, wherever you are, and I'll speak to you again. Bye.